Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Adonai Echad Adonai Hashem Vahu Vahishtem Asti Ushtav Asti Ushtav Ahoy Hyat Shoy Vahishtoy Hashem Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Buddham Sharanam Gacchami Dhammam Sharanam Gacchami Sangham Sharanam Gacchami Bismillah Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim Bismillah Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim Bismillah Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim La ilaha illallah Allah Allah La ilaha illallah Allah Sathya Devaya Dhimahi Tanna Sarva Prachodayat Om Sai Ishwaraya Vidmahe Sathya Devaya Dhimahi Tanna Sarva Prachodayat Om Sai Ishwaraya Vidmahe Sathya Devaya Dhimahi Tanna Sarva Prachodayat Shanti Shanti Shanti
Sai Ram. Om Sri Sai Ram. Can you all hear me okay? Good. Om Sri Sai Ram. Our humble pranams at the feet of our beloved Bhagavan. So, welcome to the Dallas Sai Center. With Swami's blessings, we all have assembled here to celebrate the remarkable milestone which is our 40th anniversary of our Dallas Sai Center. Over the past 4 decades, our center has been a location of love, service, and a spiritual growth. It is an occasion to reflect on the journey that we have undertaken together, to express our gratitude, and to look forward for the path ahead. Today's program will be just that and more. I am co-emceeing today. My name is Parimala. I'm the female YA advisor for the Dallas Sai Center with Satish Natarajan on the men's side, and he's the assistant devotional coordinator for the Dallas Sai Center.
Thank you, Parimala. And first, before we start the program today, we will have some housekeeping rules. I'll quickly go through it. Nothing that's new to people, but just one thing that's different. Today we have the chief of police sitting amongst you. So, all right. So this will be. So obviously, cell phones. Please switch off your cell phones or keep them in vibrate silence mode. And please move forward so that you can make room for others who want to sit right behind on the floor. There's no flash photography. Of course, there's going to be some exclusive performances here, so we don't want flash distracting the performers out here. And then obviously, today's program is being streamed online. So everybody will get to see this. So please do maintain silence during the program. By the way, I know everybody likes to have a short and sweet program. This will be a slightly long but lovely program. So enjoy that. So I'm looking forward to this. I hope everybody is.
So if you notice, our program today will reflect some of the things, some of the routines, and some of the format that we have followed in the past. So you might see slight changes from our regular Sunday practices. So just bear that in mind and kind of reminiscence and take all of us through the journey of our Dallas Sai Center. With that said, let's start our program. Yes? Yeah. Our Swami is sitting there, so what else can we do but just say thank you, Lord, and help us and guide us through this program and speak through us, talk through us, forgive us for any unintentional faults of ours. So I would like to now welcome our president of Sri Sathya Sai Center of Dallas, Sister Chitra Niranjan.
Okay, that's a bit too much. You all see me every week. But humble pranams at the lotus feet of our beloved Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba on behalf of all of us. Thank you, Swami. Sairam, dear elders, seniors, and brothers and sisters and children, and our distinguished guests here. We are very thrilled that the Chief of Police, Mr. Ed Drain, and Mrs. Katherine Krause, she's the CEO for VNA Meals on Wheels, our favorite service project, remember? So she's here with us today. Let's give them a big Texas-sized welcome. That's what I'm talking about. So that is Sai Love. It expands, and welcoming Swami ensures that we are in the community and work with one another and with each other. So today we are here because one person in this audience had this great inspiration in early 80s. Somehow she heard about Sri Sathya Sai Baba, made a trip to India, and then decided, I'm going to form a Sai group. Guess who it is? Sunita Auntie. You are not supposed to say that. Okay. So thank you, Sunita Auntie, for your steadfast faith, your determination, and your lead by example, without which we are not going to be here. Along you are with your partner in crime, Shalina Budrani Auntie, best friends for life. Really, we should learn from them. They have learned, they have grown spiritually in this organization together towards Swami and with each other, kept in touch, and amazing friendship and amazing leaders that we all should emulate. So thank you so much for that. Throughout this past 2 months, we are thinking, what are we celebrating? 40 years of what? Can I hear some answers? What are we celebrating? 40 years of? Yes. You forgot, okay? Halloween, okay. Could be it. Could be it, yes. 40 years of Sai Center. Yay, the prize goes to her. Okay. So we are wondering, what are we celebrating? Is it our faith, our devotion, or our transformation, what it is? So I'm just going to read this quote from our source, Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Swami says, the organization has been set up only, and let me read it properly. The main objective of the Sri Sathya Sai organization is to help humanity recognize its inherent divinity. This was his discourse from January 6, 1975. That is the only answer. Because this is an organization, the centers are made to make this conducive. What conducive to what? This is completely for what's in it for me. Our own self-transformation. We have to be extremely selfish to see how fast we can accelerate toward God. That's all the centers have been said. He's very clear in that. It's for your own inherent divinity. So that is a healthy competition to have. And when Sunita Auntie and Shalina Auntie formed the Sai group, later, Sri Sathya Sai International Organization, I was told, do not tell the year because they have a pop quiz coming up. So they said the Sathya Sai International Organization set up the formal center somewhere in the 80s. We'll leave it there. And some of the founder members who are sitting right here in the front row, this is why they are seated there, they were instrumental in nurturing and building the center to what we have today. Isn't that great? Can we please acknowledge them? All of these people who are sitting there, they have been pioneers in their wings, whichever they were leading as an officer. Some people didn't even take an officer post. They just wanted to kind of serve Swami in the way they want to serve best, with love and smile. But they led every single wing. They were taking lead, like maybe devotional. They gave structure to SSE devotional. They taught us how to sing bhajans, how to kind of bring a quality programming, and seva. This is why we are here. Katherine is here because we know her through our service opportunities, because that is one of the first and foremost. Oh, I gave the answer. I should not say that also. Okay, never mind. So this, like Satish said, we are here basically to celebrate all of these aspects, mainly to celebrate all of you who are our members, who is making this possible week after week. And like you said, it'll be a tad bit longer, but we prayed to Swami this time. The hands and the head is working only with what the heart wants. What the heart wants, what the heart wants. So we are putting programming what is meaningful to all of us, what is meaningful to celebrate all of you. Okay, so I'm going to conclude this with a prayer to Swami on behalf of all of us. Keep us united to carry your mission. Keep us bound by your love. May we live and learn together in harmony. May we be messengers of your divine light and love. Jai Sai Ram.
Was that inspiring? And happy Halloween. All right. So if we can start the program now. Over several years, we have welcomed so many newcomers, and we've also welcomed to the center every Sunday regular attendees or people who have this yearning and love for Swami. And we would like to take today's opportunity to kind of test your brains or test your knowledge about Dallas Sci Center. So throughout the program, we have little questions here and there. And we would like to, one, either share the knowledge with you as to what the journey has been for the Dallas Sci Center, or get the answers from you, one of those. And so with that said, Satish, what do you think is, well, I shouldn't say that. What's your favorite Swami's quote?
There are a lot of Swami's quotes. I would say my favorite one would be service to mankind is service to God.
Do you think our Dallas Sci Center folks also believe in that?
Absolutely, 100%.
So, with that said, we have a question for you, Hastu. What is the longest and ongoing Dallas Sci Center active, like a service project for the past 40 years?
I only know how to ask questions, so I'm going to let them answer. There's a handout here.
My question was going to be for Satish, but since he delegated that to you guys, so you have your hand raised.
I hear an answer here. Sandwich Seva. Maybe, good one.
What about you? Meals on Wheels, okay?
Meals on Wheels. All right.
What else? This is good to know how many people know services. What? Austin Street Shelter.
Austin's.
What else? Satish.
The Bridge Seva. The Bridge Seva.
Bridge Seva. You have your hand up too.
Oh, one more, huh?
Also, the day that we give food, we pack the
The VNA. Yeah, VNA. Good one. It's already been told. Yeah.
You mean North Texas?
I can.
Oh, all
What is it?
right.
Angel.
Angel Tree. Okay. These are all great answers, but we're going to today concentrate on the longest and ongoing service project that we've undertaken and partnered with. That is, okay, we'll just go to our Ganesh uncle, who's there, who's been part of our Dallas Sci Center. And if you can enlighten us with some of the service project history and what you recall from your days.
Sai Ram. The most important service project that Swami initiates is the one that starts at home. And I think that's the one that is the most important one. And I'm still trying to learn how to be a good service person at home itself. And if we start with that, then everything else falls into place. So I would say that's the time that a person enters the center and hears Swami's message. If he takes that basic message that service starts at home, then we can go to all the external service projects. As far as the longest external service project, my recollection is we started with the Austin Street Shelter. That was one of the oldest ones. And when it was on Austin Street, by the way, there is a street called Austin Street in Dallas, and it was located on that. The VNA project, of course, started off as Meals on Wheels, but then they invited us to do the dock saver, what we call service on the docks, which is everyone enjoys. And I think it has become so streamlined and so efficient now compared to, I think, the first few times that we went, it used to be, by the time we figured out where, some of the meals would not be ready or in which order are we going to put all the boxes. It was quite interesting. But I'll stop at those two. There have been many, many, many more projects.
Thank you.
Uncle, I completely agree with you. Whether I agree with you or not, my wife will. Service starts at home. My dishwasher duties will start today. With that said, VNA, I'd like to actually call on, I have the honor of calling on Mrs. Catherine Krause, who's actually the president and the CEO of VNA, which is a large nonprofit organization in North Texas, and that houses Meals on Wheels, hospice, and palliative care. Mrs. Krause has actually lived in Dallas community for over 25 years and has a powerful and ongoing commitment to give back to the community through progressive and diversified healthcare positions such as Eli Lilly and Company, American Heart Association, Tenet Healthcare. She's currently a member of the Dallas Summit and the Charter 100. She lives with her husband Warren and identical twin girls, Alana and Zoe. Welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you for the honor of including us today in your celebration. My husband, Warren Zoller, and my identical twin girls, Zoe and Alana, are here with you all to celebrate. And our partnership has gone on for many, many years, and I agree with you. Back in the day, I've been with VNA 14 years, but I believe you've been with us for more than that, 20 years or so. I don't recall exactly the amount, but certainly, is it not close enough? Yeah. It was echoing, so I was a little worried. Okay. Can you hear me better now? Okay. So back in the day, again, trying to figure out how to organize the big Christmas delivery, and that you donated your time, and now we have an app. It's streamlined, and the work that you've done. I mean, we've been partners for many years for the reason that our organization, which was founded almost 90 years ago, for a commitment to serve community and uplift those that needed us through care and comfort, respect for dignity. Your reason for being and what you want to do for the community, we align so closely that it's match made in heaven. And so we really appreciate the work and service that you all do to make VNA happen. On a daily basis, we deliver 4,600 meals to homebound seniors. We served over 1 million meals last year. Again, that was, for... But we can't do it without your support. You do all the work on Christmas Day, and I'll get into that in a minute. But we also serve over 1,000 hospice and palliative care individual souls at the end of life, both adult and pediatric. And so that is a very powerful experience as well. And there's a volunteer opportunity there. If you're interested, certainly please talk with us as well. So you are the embodiment, when that Christmas Day comes along, you are the embodiment of love all, serve all, because it's so powerful when you're there early and you do your prayers and your chanting, and we're just taken in. I mean, it's, as you know, to care for others takes a lot of yourself, and so you have to replenish in the way to care for yourself as well. And it is always so uplifting for our staff and us to just be with you that day. So I hope you always do that with us, and and make that run as smoothly as it does. And I also appreciate it. Don't let this go unsaid that on Thanksgiving, you're running through the volunteer line and you're delivering 20% of those meals. And again, that's with thousands of meals, and it wouldn't happen without you, so thank you. I just wanted to end by saying we live in a very fractured, tumultuous world right now, and the only way to maintain our hope in humanity is to help heal the world by keeping doing what you're doing, putting good back in the world. And so I'm going to end by saying we are together creating Tikkun Olam, and that is Hebrew for healing the world. And I appreciate all that you have done to make that happen in all ways. And congratulations on your 40th.
Thank you. If I may call on, just one moment, I think I'm going to call on Viji, who's our service coordinator, to actually felicitate Mrs. Krause here. And give us about 30 seconds for a good picture. Yeah. And smile, sweetie. That was amazing. Actually, I think Sunil Bhai is here somewhere, and he did mention the first ever VNA event was in 1992. So it's still definitely more than 30 years plus, I think. Okay. Wow, 40 years, huh? That's a long time.
It is a long time. So, what year do you think was 40 years ago?
I didn't sign up for math test. 23, 2013. 20.
You want to help him out?
What?
What?
You guys are fast. Okay, I'm not that good. Okay, 1983. Oh, that's a special year.
Why is it special?
Well, at least for not the SSE and YAs, but all the other people around here, most of you should remember 1983 for what? The World Cup win that India had. Remember that? We lifted the World Cup, and today, there's, after 40 years, there is actually World Cup going on right now, and we just qualified for the semis. So it's a big moment there, huh? Also, one more thing about 1983. Did you know that the first commercial cell phone was first introduced in 1983?
See, we have transpired.
Yeah. And of course, Dallas Sai Center too, right? Yeah, so that's a big year for us. Yeah.
So, you know what? I don't know about cricket. I don't know about technology. All of these things kind of give me intimidation. But I will tell you this, Satish. 20 years ago, I stepped into Dallas Sai Center in 2000, actually. Late 1999, but who cares about a few months? 2000, because it's easy for my math. And I met you in 2000. You look exactly the same. Nothing has changed.
Geez, thanks very much. I wish I could say the same.
What?
No, not about you, not about you. It was about myself. It was about myself, sorry.
Well, now that you've said, let's not focus on me. Let's focus on Swami. Well, how old do you think Swami is in our altar picture?
How do that should be somebody who probably bought that picture can let us know. I have no idea.
What, 1990s. So we're not good at math. You have to tell us the age. Okay, so got it. So we've got several answers here, but at the same time, I want you all to take a great look at Swami's picture. Not that you haven't been doing it every Sunday, but just for one moment, concentrate on Swami and see what's special about this picture. There's definitely something special. Can you at least identify one special thing? You guys are so good. Is that it? What else is special about it? There's flowers, okay? He's smiling. There's an aura around him.
Yeah, we should, there was a response, yeah, I think,
Okay.
the Swami assigned it, yeah, that's the,
So I will now, basically all of these are great answers. Actually, they're enlightening answers. But let's actually ask the person who brought this picture to our Sai Center, Sister Sarojini Kanagala.
Sairam, everyone. I feel so happy to remember that precious and memorable experience with the picture. We were visiting Prashant Nilayam in 1998 during winter time. So after darshan in the morning, we met a close Sai sister from the Dallas Center. Her name is Jean Bob. She's from Florida, but she's moved to our center. She used to take part in our service activities and study circles and so on. So she said she bought one Swami picture from the stores, and she's been trying to get it signed by Swami, and her trip was coming to a close. So she thought that, we have better opportunity to request Baba. So she handed over the picture to us. By then, we bought a couple of pictures for our prayer room, for our Plano home. So we accepted it, and we carried these 3 pictures to darshan for 2 more weeks. Briefly, Swami spoke to us. He asked us when did we come and when we were leaving, and that's about it. And Christmas celebration, New Year's went by, and we were praying because we have a lot of letters from the Sai family as well. So on the last day of our stay in Puttaparthi, Swami had called us for the interview. So we went inside with these letters and the pictures, and Swami made us feel comfortable. He started talking to us. In between the conversation, Shyam and I asked Bhagwan to bless these pictures and sign. And I said, Swami, this is for the Sai Center, and this is for the prayer rooms. When I said that, his face lit up with a beaming smile, and he started signing with so much of love and patience. And we said, Swami, sorry for taking your time. He said, no, Bangaru, it is my duty, he said. Then we said, Swami, the devotees sent their prayers to you, their pranams to you. He said, I know that they are very devoted and dedicated to me. Then he gave an analogy. He said, they are these honeybees. They come from far off places to locate the lotus in the pond, and they come and absorb this divine nectar in that flower. Similarly, devotees from the overseas, they come all the way from there to Prashant Nilayam to experience the bliss near Bhagwan's Sannidhi, our presence. They are dear to me, he said. Then Swami again said, once you are dear to me, you're always near to me. And he asked us to wait for a few seconds. He went inside and he came back with a bag filled with vibhuti packets. He said, give my love and blessings to all the devotees and share these vibhuti packets, he said. So we brought the picture and the vibhuti and his love to the center, and later on the picture was framed, and we're also fortunate and privileged to have the blessed picture that's signed by Bhagwan every week in our center. Thank you for this opportunity. Sai Ram.
So when we come to center every week on Sundays, just remember this particular picture was blessed, touched, signed, and specifically for Dallas Sai Center. So, Sai Ram.
that's wonderful. Now, we have what's a celebration without a dance? Well, fear not. I'm not the one that's going to dance because I'm sure nobody wants to see me dancing. But there are these little kids out here who are ready to provide a wonderful dance here. So let's make way for them, right?
Yes.
And then have them dance.
So while they're setting up or getting assembled on the stage, I would like to just say, this item is being presented by Group 1 SSE students. They had, just to do a disclaimer, they had very little time to practice, but yet they pulled it off pretty well. So you will just see that. And they've had very few practice sessions. So thanks to all the parents for the support and encouragement, and special thanks to 3 individuals. One of them is our Group 1 teacher, Miss Anu Vijay, and then 2 of them are our SSE moms themselves, Bhavya and Bindu Ronaki. So put your hands together for our little ones.
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरं रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभं रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभं कौन कहते हैं भगवान आते नहीं कौन कहते हैं भगवान आते नहीं तुम मीरा के जैसे बुलाते नहीं तुम मीरा के जैसे बुलाते नहीं अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरं अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरं रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभं रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभं कौन कहते हैं भगवान खाते नहीं कौन कहते हैं भगवान खाते नहीं बेर शबरी के जैसे खिलाते नहीं बेर शबरी के जैसे खिलाते नहीं अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरं अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरं रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभं रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभं कौन कहते हैं भगवान सोते नहीं कौन कहते हैं भगवान सोते नहीं माँ यशोदा के जैसे सुलाते नहीं माँ यशोदा के जैसे सुलाते नहीं अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरं
before seating yourself, there is a group picture that, are you guys taking a group picture? Yeah. If you could assemble back on the stage for a group picture. While they're taking pictures, I have a couple of announcements. I know we've learned a little bit about the picture, Swami's altar picture. We've learned a little bit about our sevas that we've been conducting and the history behind it. This program is too of a small program for us to cover everything that has been captured while we were trying to put together this program. So there is, in pre-K room, you can actually go reminiscent. Our 40 years of our Dallas Sai Center has an exhibition. There's an exhibition in pre-K room. So please make time to go visit that room. In addition to that, we also have done several interviews of the founders of our Dallas Sai Center. And those recordings are available, a wealth of information. It's very interesting to hear how our center has been established. So make sure to look out for that email where we will be sharing the YouTube link, and it will also be shared in the newsletter. Thank you. What did you guys think about the little kids dancing? I don't recall dancing in front of Swami, but this was really a delight. So hopefully you guys enjoyed too. So next, I will like to introduce our next chief guest, Chief Ed Drain. He has started his career in 1994 and has been currently serving as the chief police of Plano. Oh, sorry. I thought someone was calling my name. Chief of Police for Plano Police Department. He oversees the administration and organization of the police department, consisting of patrol, investigations, and communications and special services division. As a chief and a law enforcement leader, he acts with consistent integrity, doing the right thing all the time, even through the difficult and most difficult times. He demonstrates the commitment, the integrity, the discipline, and the respect from his fellow officers as a leader to follow. He also serves as the Texas Sexual Assault Survivors Task Force and Texas A&M Engineering Service Law Enforcement Training Advisory Board, and several other positions. So please put your hands together to welcome Mr. Chief Ed Drain.
My apologies for going the wrong way. It took me a minute to break the code there on how this works, but I think I got it now, though. So, and first off, I'd like to give another hand for those kids, man. They are beautiful, those colors. I love that. Yeah, but my name is Ed Drain. I am your chief of police, and congratulations on your 40th anniversary. That is quite a milestone to achieve here, and so that is just great work at all. And also, congratulations on your partnership with VNA and Meals on Wheels. That's also awesome. I read some in the invitation that I got. I know you guys are working with VNA, but I also realize you guys are doing a whole lot of things in the community, and that's impressive. You know, and that goes in line with our mission statement at the Plano Police Department, because our mission statement is to provide outstanding police services in partnership with the community to maintain a safe environment that contributes to the quality of life. And the key component of that mission statement is partnership with the community, and that's what you have with VNA. That's why I'm here today, and that is what makes Plano a great community, because there are so many good partnerships here. And I believe that the mission on why I was asked to come here today today was to talk about some of the things, some of the ways that your congregation could partner with the Plano Police Department. And so, so I'd like to start out with talking about our Citizens Police Academy. Citizens Police Academy. So we have that. It meets right over here on 14th Street, right there at Plano Parkway, and it's 12-week program. It meets at night, and you learn about all aspects of the police department. You know, most of you here, you live in either in Plano or some city, some municipality, and in most of the cities that you live in, the police department is going to consume the biggest part of your budget for that city government. And I think it's fair that citizens and residents and businesses understand how that money is spent. So you will learn all aspects of the police department, from the bomb squad to our drug units, to our investigative units, patrol units, our cars, our drones, all of the technology. We show you all of that stuff, and it's very interactive. You'll get to drive police cars, you'll get to use our training simulators and get to do those things. So that's a very good program. But that partnership, though, with our residents goes beyond that program, because once you're a graduate of that program, you can join something called the Citizens Police Academy Alumni Association, CPA AAA as we call it. But you have to be a graduate of the Police Academy, obviously, to be an alumni. And then we have a more advanced version of that. We have something called Citizens Assisting Plano Police, CAPS. And the CAP volunteers must be a member of the Alumni Association. Now, to become a CAP volunteer, they actually engage in actual training. They can drive our vehicles. They help us put up towers. They can write a few traffic citations. Actually, not traffic citations. The only one they can write are handicap parking citations. They can do those. So that's also an opportunity for you to partner with the police department, is to be a member of our CAP team. We probably have about 60. We have well over 100, almost 200 in our CPA program, and about 50 to 60 of those are active volunteers that actually drive our vehicles and assist us wearing uniforms and things of that nature. So those are some aspects that you can do that. We also have programs for young people. We have a youth police academy class. It's also about 11, 12 weeks. It runs concurrently with the adult classes. We do 2 of those each per year, one in the fall, and then we start another one in the spring. And again, it's not for kids who necessarily want to become police officers. It's kids who want to learn more about law enforcement and good citizenship generally. Just to be a good citizen is what that's about. Now, for those young folks, though, who are interested or may be interested in law enforcement, we do have a Explorer program, which is a more in-depth program where they will actually learn all different aspects of becoming and joining, if they want to join law enforcement later after they finish school. And other programs that we have where you can partner with the police department is every October, first week in October, so we just had it, we have something called National Night Out. And if you live in Plano, you know that's a big deal. And so if you live in a community where you don't have a block party on that first Tuesday night, look into National Night Out, and then maybe you can establish one in your neighborhood. And so what National Night Out is about, it's neighbors getting together in their neighborhood, having a block party. Generally, they'll have some type of food. Some are more elaborate than others. And then we, the police, come out. We'll make sure that either me or others on my staff, I can't get to all of them because we typically have 50 or 60. I can maybe do 3 because it's only about a 3-hour period. But we have plenty of our staff go out and we talk to you about the police department, answer any questions you have about public safety or what's going on at the police department. But it's really about the neighbors getting to know each other. That helps make neighborhoods more resilient, more safe, and that's why we do that every year. And so if you live in a neighborhood where that's not going on, you can contact us and we can let you know how you yourself can help get that started in your neighborhood. And then we will also help you too, especially if it's a new neighborhood that you've got going on. So those are some of the things that you can do to partner with the Plano Police Department. If there's questions, I can do that, and if not, I can go sit down. So did you want me to take questions, ma'am, or just go? Was that a part? No questions? Okay, sounds good. Well, actually, we do have a question. Yes, sir. Police Academy. So on our website, the next one, we've got one running now, so the next one will not be until the spring. Yeah, so when you go in the spring, we'll announce it on our website and on our social media feed on Facebook and Nextdoor and Instagram. Okay?
Before you leave, I now request Chandra to felicitate the chief. Thank you. Thank you for your service and for being here today. Wait, where's Satish? Wait. What do you have there?
Something special. I think, this is to my height now, all right. I've got something special. We were talking about 1983.
Yeah.
And the picture, and that got me thinking, let me go out and search for something. And I got this. As Swami's picture from 1983.
So,
That's cool, right? He was. Well, where do I put this now?
so that's how Swami looked like in 1983.
Yep. And not only that,
And he
I
didn't-
did some more homework, and I have a little video for you where he was in his 50s, right?
Yeah.
Let's take a look at how he was that time.
That's right.
Ageless.
Well, there you go. Swami in in 1983. So Satish, how many times do you remember how many times you've moved in your life?
I'm neither a mover or a shaker. But I'll let the audience respond to that question again.
So if we talked about pop quizzes here and there. So if we can go on to the next slide, how many times do you think our Sai Center moved before coming or prior to this particular location? Okay.
I'll pick on that person out there first. You. Yeah. You have the person. 10.
Okay.
I'll be tired by then, but then yes. Okay, next. 5. That's 5? The girl side?
Okay. So why don't we ask, we do want to know how many times our center moved, right? So I would request our Sharma uncle to share a little bit about our center location journey.
Sairam, everyone. It's a long 40 years, because we were moving at different places. The first place where we started to meet as a center, it is at LBJ and Hillcrest. Is the first science church. That's where we moved there. We were there for about 3 years or so. And slowly we were asked to see a different location. So we moved from there to Beltline and 75. That is that, there was a church there, we met there. And unfortunately, that building was burnt down. So we moved to Midway, Mid Park and 75. And there also the church was burnt. So this is something is happening here. So we moved from there to Beltline and Mimosa. And there is a Mimosa, big church is there. And we were there for about 3 years. And I think from there we went to nearby Beltline itself. It's called Dublin. So that's where we moved in. And there also, it was very good, it worked for a couple of years. And slowly we were told to see different location. So we went to, I think it is on Independence and Park. There's another big church. And in between, because it's very difficult to find places, it takes time, and the churches, they want their facility to be with them pretty soon. So one time we met at the Spring Valley and Abrams, a very small place there. We met there too. So, I mean, this journey, what it taught us is how to give Swami's love to everywhere. Because that is the best thing that can happen to Sai Center. Because everywhere we went, they know who is Sathya Sai Baba. That is the first thing that happens. And they know what we try to do and how we convey the love to each other, to the society. And I think 20 years back here, we came to know that this church is available, so we moved to this church. Lucky, touch wood, and we are still here. Thank you.
So Shalina, Auntie, if you could also share a little bit about the location. If you could also share a little bit about locations that we've moved.
Well, I think Sharma uncle said it beautifully. I mean,
Okay.
altar setup, yes. I was given that seva, that service. I used to drive around every Sunday. My trunk would be full of altar stuff. And we would just come early, about 1 o'clock, 1:30, whichever the location was, and set it up. In fact, some of the articles are in the display. I was able to find them, so please do take a minute, especially on the red carpet and the red cushion was handmade by Sunita's sister for one of Baba's birthday celebrations. Wow. I mean, there was so much love that was, they wanted to do everything for Baba. And so it was a good privilege to do that seva for many, many years. And I feel blessed that, we were given that service. And I'd like to just share a little secret. From all this moving we've done, and I've been reflecting on it all morning and hoping Swami will just let me share this information. We have finally bought land to build Swami's permanent home. It will take a little time, but the land is bought. And one other thing Swami always made us do was find places in North Dallas. I think our service was for this region. I myself live in Carrollton, but, everywhere I had to drive, all the highways to get to whichever center it was. But that didn't matter. The children mattered most. That's where we wanted to serve Baba through the children. They are our future. They are going to carry the mission forward. They've been led into service and many other projects, And the youth, they've been now formed a new group, the youth, and they're doing excellent work. So I have, every hope that every member will come together, work united, and carry this mission forward for Swami.
Thank you, Auntie. Thank you.
That's lovely to hear all these wonderful stories in the background, right? It's fantastic. I just wish, we could go back in time and, look at what happened at that point in time, how different things looked. It's always that, we now have photos, memories, and a lot of other things to look at. Well, I wish, we could go back like the Back to the Future, right? I'm going to call upon our Doc and Marty to take us back in the DeLorean. So why don't I call upon the YA, coordinators, Namu and Vaikunt. And before that, we have to give that grand entry back to the future. Vaikunt and Namu. Where are you? The doc.
Did you see the grand?
YAs need the grand entry, do they? Don't they? Obviously, yeah.
Am I Doc or am I Marty? I don't know. I haven't watched the movies.
Sairam everyone.
Sairam. All right, well, Sairam everyone. My name is Namu. I'm the female young adult coordinator here in the center.
I'm Vaikunt Parmar, YML coordinator. I'm representing Doc, I think. Martin.
Are you Doc? All right, we'll go with that. We wanted to take a minute to address a new project that we wanted to introduce for the center. So we do want to take a minute and just say thank you everyone for being here to celebrate 40 years of the Dallas Sai Center together. This could not have happened without all the loving efforts of our founders and our elders. And our community has weathered so much in the past, and we've come out of it just all together. And the past 3 years post-COVID is just a testament of that, of our center's resilience as a result. But moving forward, we want to take time to be able to memorialize all of the fun and the love and the laughter and the dedication of everyone in this room, and also for those who weren't able to join us. And so we're so excited to share. Can we do like a little drum roll? Can we do that? Drum roll, please. A time capsule. So, Vaikunt, would you be able to share a little bit more on that? And I can...
Sure. So basically from what we are planning, from last couple of years and as well as next few months also, we're gonna capture some photos. We're gonna print it out, make an album, and put it in the time capsule. That's the box. As you see on Namu's hand.
We already have a lot, but we would love some more memories to make in the next 2 months that we have this year.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then we'll put it in the box, and maybe after 10 years, then we see how it reflects back 10 years.
Yes. So in 2033, which feels long right now, but I swear that time is going to go by so fast. In 10 years from now, in 2033, some of you guys here are going to be like young adults at that point. Mm-hmm. We want to open this up, and we want to be able to really reflect on what we as a community are, what we represent, what we do, just not only from what we've done this year in 23, but we want to also take some memories from the past few years as well, 2 to 3 years as well, into that time capsule. So keeping that in mind, in the next 2 months, we want to be able to make more memories with everyone. But I also wanted to share that we would love to set up a time capsule committee. So for any adults, any young adults involved, and we really would encourage our young adults to help take the lead on something like this, because moving forward, we want our young adults to really, really show up, as you guys have already been doing, to support our center, to support the future of the center, to support our SSE kids who are going to be the next YAs of the future, and set that example for them as well. And we encourage everybody to help take the lead. Please let Vaikunt and I know if you are interested in being part of the committee. And we are going to be sealing this, not only this photo album, but any other mementos and items that represent who we are as a community into this time capsule box, whatever it's going to look. It's going to be pretty big at this point. But we're going to seal that on New Year's Eve. So we will talk more about this in the following months to come. But this is a plug for New Year's Eve Bhajans on that note as well. We're going to seal it there, and then we're not going to open it for 10 years. Okay? So thank you all so much for today, for giving us this time, and we look forward to making all these fun memories with you. Sairam.
Sairam. Thank you.
For the sake of time, I will speed up a little, and if it's okay if we can progress to the next slide. And this particular question is about how did we establish our Sai Center. So I'm going to ask Sunita Auntie if she can share a couple of words about what motivated her, inspired her to start a Sai group, even before 1983.
Singapore in 1978, and we were talking about, and then she started talking about Sathya Sai Baba and all his miracles and things like that. Didn't excite me as much. The one thing really caught my attention was that she says they sing all kind of bhajans from Guru, Shiva, Krishna, and everything is like one God, you know. And that really played on my mind that I want to go and see this person who doesn't discriminate any, you know, between different gods. And I was due for a trip in March. She came in February, and I decided to go to India. And when I spoke to my husband, he said, no, your parents are in Singapore, you cannot go to India. And that's it. But it kept playing in my mind, how do I go and see this man? I have to go and see this man. Finally, when I was in the flight, I said, if I ask my father to go with me to India, then my husband cannot say anything. And when she herself did not know where Sathya Sai Baba was. She said, you know, make sure you fly to Madras. He's near Madras. You must go and see him. And then she said, make sure you go to Balaji temple, and then Papanashini, and make sure when you vow, you keep that vow. Otherwise your hair will go away. So all kind of things she said, and no, but still I have, you know, she didn't know the place. So I said, okay. When I was sitting in the plane, I was thinking, how do I do it? As I said, I'll ask my father to, when I reached Singapore, the first thing in the morning, my mother gives me a cup of tea. She said, you know what? Your father has never taken a break all these years. Why don't you take him for a few days to India? And I will pay all the expense. I had tears in my eyes because I had not even spoken a word about it. And that's how it materialized. And then I told my father, make sure when we are going to India, we stop in Madras for 2 days, and then we'll go to Bombay and whatever needs to do. When we reached Madras, the person who came to, his friend came to pick us up, he said, what would you like to see? I said, I want to go and see Sathya Sai Baba. I want to go and see Sai Baba place. I want to go see Sai Baba. He said, Sai Baba, he was thinking about Shirdi Sai Baba. He says, but it is near Bombay. I said, no, not that Shirdi, not that's Baba. I want the one who has a halo of hair around him, that one. Oh, he said, but he's in Bangalore, not here. You cannot, and you don't have much time. So anyway, my trip, I was all disappointed. I couldn't do anything. Finally, my husband traced me out in India and said, come back soon. So when I went to book my ticket, I realized I have to stop at Madras. And I said, no way I'm going to stop in Madras. That was the most disappointing place. I went to my friend's house. Only one friend knew about Sathya Sai Baba. She said, you know what? Maybe you're not destined to go to see him this time. Only whoever he wills can go there. Anyway, I went there, and in the meantime, my auntie's son who had moved to Bangalore, I had called him and he said, yeah, Sathya Sai Baba is in Bangalore. So I went back to the travel agent. I said, what if I stay one night in Bangalore and then fly out to Singapore? You know, go to Madras and Singapore. That worked out just like a nice puzzle. So I flew to Bangalore, and my cousins who came to pick me up, he says, Sunita auntie, you have come all this way, but don't get disappointed. Sai Baba only gives darshan on Thursdays and Sunday, and you are here on Wednesday. So I said, it's okay. You know, I have been searching for him everywhere. At least I know the right place. When I come next time, I know where to go. So let's go and see the place. So we got ready, we went there, and we bought a whole bunch of pictures and the pendants and all kind of things. He was saying people do that, and so I bought. We came, there were hardly any people, not even 100 people. And exactly at 5 o'clock, Baba walks out. He walks around, and then I have all these pictures to be signed, and he's like 6 feet away, and I pick up my pictures and shows to him. I'm holding these, you know, and I was at the corner, you know. My cousin's wife was at the corner, I was the second one with all these pictures. She was holding all the handful of books. The next thing, by the time I turned around, he was standing right in front of me. His hand on the books, and I just looked up, and I forgot to lift my hands. I was just totally blanked out. After a while, he just turned around. He must have been standing there for a couple of minutes. Walked out. After he turned around, my cousin came running. He said, how lucky you are. He blessed you from there. And then he was standing in front of you. You didn't take Pad Namaskar. I said, what is Pad Namaskar? I didn't know anything about Pad Namaskar. I said, but he didn't sign any of my pictures. I was concerned about the pictures. So finally, he got hold of one of the volunteers, took the pendants, the pictures, and everything, and Baba signed them all.
So
he came out. He came out and he said, Baba has never done this before.
Thank you.
This lady must be very lucky lady, you know. It still didn't click me, you know, who he was really. Only after I started reading the books, I said, oh my God, now I know what he meant. I didn't have Pad Namaskar, I didn't say anything, I didn't do anything.
But
So,
that's how our center got started, I guess.
and then next day when I flew in to Singapore, that is the first time I ever attended the Bhajans in Serenganu Road. First time I heard the Bhajans. And so I shopped for the cassettes and books and mantras and everything, and that's what it is.
Thank you, Auntie. So before our next item, I really want to just take a really quick question here. We have tried our best in connecting and researching, and as I've mentioned before, interviewing people to understand who were here at the center in 1983 and gathered those names. If you are not seated in one of these front chairs, but you've been part of Dallas Sai Center since 1983 or before, please raise your hand so we may recognize you. Thank you. Thank you for being part of our history. For the next item, we are also gathered here to remember those souls who have merged with Swami. Though they are not here or no longer in person, they're always in our hearts, and we will always cherish their memories. And here's a memory video. as we offer our pranams to Swami. This is our last question for the day, and we would like to ask the Sharma uncle to share, rather than asking the audience for the sake of time. We would like to ask Sharma uncle to explain a little bit of piece of prashanti that we have in our center.
Sairam again. How many of us take Pada Namaskar every Sunday with the Padukas there? It so happened that after Swami took Samadhi, they broke the stage there on the top of it. And luckily for us, Dev Kumar brought some pieces from that particular marble. And they requested Ganesh to make padukas out of that. And at that time, immediately, Sunita ji said, I have some sand which I have brought from Prashanti Nilayam when Swami was walking. On the sand. So, I think that's how we keep Swami with us. When we take Pada Namaskar, actually we'll be touching Swami's feet. Thank you. Saira.
श्री साई सद्गुरु चरण कमल परमानंद के द्वार सुमिरन नाम तेरा हर पल मन में छवि जन्म मरण से पार जन्म मरण से पार शक्ति पूर्ण अवतारा रत्नाकर कुल दीपक स्वामी हे शिरडी साई अवतारी जन्मे आप स्तंभ सूत्र में भरद्वाज है गोत्र तुम्हारा भक्तवत्सला अनाथ सत्यनारायण दाता स्वामी मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम स्वामी शिक्षा दी और रोग मिटाए साई गंग गला पर लाए घर घर वेद की गूंज फैलाए जन जीवन में शक्ति आई बसोद्भव से रोग हरे सब पीड़ा सहते लिंगोद्भव कर धन्य धन्य जो करते दर्शन कट जाते जन्मों के बंधन दूर देश जो भक्त है प्यासे सपने में साई दर्श दिखाते दुख संकट बादल जब छाए तुमने आकर कष्ट मिटाए नेत्र मूंद सब मंगल करके कृपा कटाक्ष से पीड़ा हरते आंखे रूप में जब तुम्हें ध्याया प्यार हजारों मासा पाया कहते प्रेम करो तुम ऐसा सबको सगे संबंधी जैसा सेवा प्रेम की राह दिखाए सब में तेरी ज्योति समाई छल और कपट तुम्हें ना भाए निर्मल प्रेम से वश में आए कभी किसी का दिल न दुखाओ फिर साई को साथ निभाओ दीपक बन रास्ता दिखलाते सुंदर छवि दो नयन तुम्हारे हमको गीता से भी प्यारे मुख से निकले वचन तुम्हारे सत्य धर्म शांति प्रेम धारा सर्व धर्म के पालनहारा तुम हो बाइबल वेद कुरान तुम ही आत्मा का सब ज्ञान सत्यम शिवम सुंदरम साई तुम में ही सब सृष्टि समाई भक्त परायण परम दयाघन स्वामी तुम ही निर्मल केवल सूरज चंद्रा नयन तुम्हारे भक्तों के हर पल रखवारे जब से भय नहीं अब कोई स्वामी जब तुम साथ हमारे कोई नहीं है शिवा तुम्हारे स्वामी तुम सर्वस्व हमारे जो भी तेरे द्वार पे आता वापस काली हाथ न जाता तुम बिन सब सपने हैं झूठे साई हमसे कभी न
से तुझको ही मांगू मेरे साईं राम मेरा मन मंदिर बने प्रशांति निलयम
प्रशांति निलयम धाम प्रशांति निलयम धाम.
I now welcome our regional president, Mr. or Brother Shyam Kanagala, to introduce our guest speaker today.
Om Shri Sai Ram. The 40 years of our center and that's fast forwarding 40 years. 40 years of our Sai Center can be, and the way the Sai family moves or the Sai way of life moves can be encapsulated in these two lines of an inspirational Hindi song that I know from many years ago. If you know it, you can connect with that. Just bear with me if it's not like the original. ज्योत से ज्योत जगाते चलो प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो. That is what the Sai Center is. It lights a lamp. It lights the lamp within our hearts, and we light the lamp within others' hearts. And just as a candle, the light lights any number of candles, and still its light does not diminish. So also this light gets transmitted. And along with that light, the love flows like a river. And that is what our Sai Center has been doing for the past 40 years. And to encourage us on this path, we have another leading light in the Sai fraternity, an incandescent light, a brilliant light by the name of Dr. Suresh Govind. Many of us know him. He's a familiar face and familiar name, but some of us may need a little bit more introduction into his professional background. He's a professor. He has been the former head of Department of Parasitology, Faculty of Medicine, University of Malaya. He has authored several chapters in World Health Organization's publications. He has supervised over 100 students at different levels, elective, diploma, graduate, postgraduate, right up to the doctorate level. He has won numerous awards for his professional contributions, including the prestigious Malaysian Today Science Award. He is very, very prolific in all his activities. And in fact, he started his Sai journey as a member of the youth in Malaysia. And later on, they transformed the Malaysian community such that even right from the Prime Minister's office, they would inquire about the service activities done by the Sai organization. And he, along with Brother Jagadishan and others, led that movement. Eventually, he was the national president for Malaysia. Thereafter, he has served, a few years ago, he was made the chair of the Sathya Sai International Organization's Scriptural Committee. And many of the study guides that we have for different occasions are authored by that group, and he's a prime contributor for that. Currently, very recently, he has been made a member of the Prashanti Council, which is the highest operational body of the Sathya Sai International Organization. And he has been tasked with heading the Sai 100 program, which is all the efforts internationally to commemorate Swami's 100th birth anniversary coming up in 2 years. And this program has made tremendous progress in several countries. He's a live wire, literally speaking. He is brilliant, but above all of these, he's a great devotee of the Lord, very humble, very grounded, down-to-earth person. And he has agreed to speak to us so that we may continue this journey of Jyoti se Jyoti Jagate Chalo. Over to you, brother Suresh Govind. Sai-Ram.
Sai-Ram, dear brothers and sisters, by the infinite grace, love, and compassion of Bhagwan Baba, we are here celebrating the 40th anniversary of the Dallas Sathya Sai Center. Firstly, I'd like to thank the organizers for inviting me to be in this august audience and to share the vibration of a center that has moved for the past 40 years. Thank you so much. So I'm not sure whether you can hear me. If you can hear me clearly, can you raise your right hand? Then I can see right hand. Okay. And if you cannot hear me, please raise your left hand. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So now the point here is that means the idea is that we are given the topic, or at least the topic that I was given is inward change, forward march. So I want to just share with you some slides, so that in the process, we will be able to keep the thoughts in the same track. Inward change, forward march. This itself is a very powerful topic, because in the same sense, a center is just a building. A center is a building. You can move the building from one location to the other location. And more importantly, now you have also got a time capsule that is supposed to be opened in another 10 years or 50 years. I'm not sure which time, but whichever time you open, then you will see memories. You will recall memories. But the most important point here is that our forms may change. Our figure may change. But what is critical for the Sathya Sai Center is to understand that the center's purpose is for the transformation of humankind. So the purpose of the Dallas Sai Center is the same purpose of the Sathya Sai International Organization, to raise the level of consciousness to divine. And therefore, after 40 years, or after 50 years, or 10 years, we must now evaluate ourselves. From the earlier state of an animal consciousness, in which probably we will be just moved by instincts, we slowly evolve and become a man. But after becoming a man, the next stage is to move to dukkats, becoming divine. So from man, we now need to become divine. So the whole idea is that the animal has only been driven by instincts and impulses, propelled by senses. And the mind in an animal is small, but there you are. So mostly it's physical, very, very physical. And when we become man, the idea will be that the senses will become a little bit more refined, and we will be regulated and controlled by an enlarged mind, which is supposed to perceive the information, decode the information, and move forward. And there will be a lingering sensation of an Atma, which people think that it exists, and we may travel to the temples and the churches and the Gurudwara and more, propelled by the fact that, oh God, you must now keep all my things safe. You must keep my family. You must make sure my job is safe. Everything is safe, and for that purpose, we go there and make sure that we get that insurance, so to speak. So this is the relationship that we have probably with God at some point, and that's okay. That's part of the evolution. But then the whole purpose of the Sathya Sai organization is to move man from this level to a divine man. For divine man means that the more and more Atmic consciousness we should start operating, less completely regulate and control the senses, refine the mind, and therefore we now become instruments of our Atma. Our Atmic injunctions, our Atmic consciousness should now propel us and should guide us and should regulate us, because our job is, as what Baba said, the river must merge to the ocean. Even the river knows that in its consciousness, despite all obstacles, it needs to bend and be flexible enough to reach the ocean. So the whole point of the story is that we now must reach a higher level of consciousness, a higher level of divine consciousness, in which the Atma now becomes this. That's why Swami defines it. Swami expresses. He doesn't say Sathya Sai members of Dallas Center or Malaysian devotees. He never says that. He says Atma Sarupa, which is a direct reference to the fact that we are an embodiment of Atma. We are an embodiment of the divine Atma. So this being the case, our whole center is probably a place for us to exercise. What is the difference now? The difference is that in other places that we have, in our workplaces, in our all the other institutions that we serve, family and so on, there's always an expectation. We love somebody, then we expect that person to love us. So this is how the world has ordained us and controlled us. It is only in the Sathya Sai organization or Swami's teachings that teach us, or maybe the spiritual teachings that teach us, that in order for us to transcend our mind, there is a need for us to become selfless. So the degree of selflessness is what that will finally measure the quality of our spiritual nature. The more and more we give, the more and more we give, and we don't want any post or position or recognition, but there you are. We are now completely and totally just become an instrument. See, there are many people also in the centers, also not here, but maybe in other places. They work, and then sometimes after that, when they step down as chairman, suddenly they disappear from the scene, and they're no more seen. They say that now give it to other people to function. Let the young people do it. So and they sort of step back now. They sort of step back, and they sort of like say, well, it is like that. We have done our time. Now it is up to us. But even, you see, if that is the attitude, then if moksha comes, will we also outsource our moksha to the young people? We won't do that. So the fact of the story is that Swami, until its very end, continued to work. Even till the very last minute, he was continuously working, which is a signal that we must continue to strive, continue to work. I always say, young people, age is until 35, 40. Then what happens after 40? After 40, we become younger people, younger. That means to say we've got the wisdom, and we must now utilize whatever iota of energy that we have and direct it towards the ability to experience the divine and help others in the process also to experience the divine. So this is what we must do. Every person in the organization has a role to play. Every person in the Sai Center has a role to play. So we must always now reflect back. In fact, in the time capsule, you can say this number of hours we committed to the organization or to Sai Swami. Now, when you take up, and not bad, after 10 years now, my commitment levels have increased. Not bad, I'm now meditating more often. Not bad, I'm now loving more people. So this is how we must now evaluate ourselves. There was this guy who, when I always say that we sometimes become check-in devotees. If I wear white and put a vibhuti on my forehead, and then I come for Thursday bhajans or Sunday 2 hours or 3 hours of seva, then I put a claim that I am a devotee. So I put there, devotee. So one day I die and I go to heaven, and there's an immigration officer in heaven, there's a sort of like person who checks. So I stand in the queue and I come in and I give my card. So he checks the card and says, okay, wearing white and white. Okay, that's great. Vibhuti, okay. Paramam Pavitram Baba Vibhuti. Okay, that's great. And now bhajans, okay. And seva, okay, you all got, okay, fine, done. Okay, this is, so can I go in? Oh, hold on. Then now they produce another card. And so this is the card that we should fill up. Hey, what is that card? So we now take that card and say, hey, that card says that, have you managed to control your anger? Are you sitting now longer and more in meditation? Are you able to love everybody in spite of other people's criticism, other people's ridiculousness? But are you still able to just love everyone unconditionally? Are you able to commit more and more time? Are you having less attachments to the things that are around you? Are you now becoming more and more effulgent? Are you now achieving a certain level of equilibrium and tranquility? Are the things in the world outside attracting you? Are the people affecting you? When these qualities are measured, this is the checklist that the immigration officer will give us. Then you say, oh my God, I didn't know this was the checklist. I thought this was the checklist. This first checklist is the cost. You come to the center, we do all this, but the effect of that is in the second checklist. So now we have to supposed to check and check that. And this is the measurement, and this is the criteria. by which we now examine our own selves. And then we have a community with us. And the Sathya Sai community is a buffer where the community helps us to evolve and change as well. So 3 times we are not coming to the center, somebody else must telephone. Hey, brother, what happened? 3 times you're not coming. What happened to you? What happened to you? Where are you now? So we inquire, meaning to say, I'm not interested to go there alone. I'm also interested to take as many people as we can up there. This is the idea. This is the secret of life as to why we all are together. Otherwise, we can evolve individually. Then you'll also find people in the center of different kinds, of different nature. Some people sometimes irritate us with different things. Yet you have inside your heart, you still come back, and there's no grievance kept inside the heart. We still continue to love everybody in the same manner, unconditionally. Wow. Then we are qualifying to that level of devotion that Baba is now talking about. So this is the whole purpose of why the divine consciousness is to achieve, and how the Sathya Sai Center or the organization is helping us to accelerate our progress and our evolution. So then, why is it that we need to go? Because higher the consciousness, the more you can see. So this is the thing. The more you can see, the better your decisions that we make. So the whole point in life is to make the right decisions at every crossroad of our life, to extract the best experiences that we want. Why? To convert knowledge into wisdom. So the point of knowledge, we have so much. If you type the Google, Google will thunder out so many different information, and we are so crammed with the knowledge. But how much of that is translated to wisdom? Wisdom means, and the end of wisdom is end of culture is perfection. But Swami said the end of wisdom is freedom. That means the more and more of wisdom we have, the more and more we are free. The more and more we become detached. The more and more we become liberated. The more and more we experience this Atmic bliss. And Dr. Reddy in the Sathya Sai Sri Lanka conference we had recently talked about this. He said, and he said that if one person is happy, and this was taken from the Upanishad, one person is happy and he's got marriage and he's got children, he's got position, status, that happiness that one man experiences, times it by 10 to the power of 18, which is called quintillon. That quintillon level of bliss and happiness is what awaits us if we continue the spiritual path. So spirituality confers us 10 to the power of 18 level of happiness of that guy who just experienced happiness. Wow, this is powerful. So much of happiness, so much of bliss. Unexplainable bliss is waiting for us to explore and to expand and to touch us. Then the question is, you see, when the handphone comes, don't we check it out? Don't we find new handphone? When the new car comes, don't we want to go and test the car? When you find there's a new club membership or new additions, or even a shopping center that sells 50% cheaper, don't you want to go and see what products they are? So when these are all tempting and provoking our curiosity, therefore, 10 to the power 18 quintillon, my God, quintillon level of happiness. Wow, that is ecstasy. That ecstasy I want to experience. That ecstasy is something that I want to achieve. So when we want to experience that, then this disciplining is necessary. Sathya Sai Center is necessary. Devotees are necessary. Swami's teachings are necessary to help us to merge, allow the river to flow and reach the ocean. So when it comes to that, higher the consciousness, greater is your scan, higher is your vision. You are living in paradise. Every day we will be living in paradise. How many of us get up early in the morning and say, oh God, thank you so much for giving us another day? How many of us say that every day? Thank you so much, Swami, for giving us another day. One more day I can give happiness and joy. Or do we say, get up, darling, get up, get up. Oh, I don't want to get up. Please give me another 10 minutes more. Give me another 15 minutes more. Oh, another day. Oh, can't this be a public holiday? Is this the level of attitude that we possess? Then we are not rising to the level. So every day we must wake up with that exuberance. Just as when we get up, we must get up early in the morning. And this is not today in Malaysia. It's about 5 o'clock. And it's a beautiful time to get up because Baba said, don't wait for the sun to tell you good morning. Wake up and say good morning to the sun. So now if you go to a movie, you'll see, oh, fantastic, good. The movie is very good. It has got good screenplay, it's got good direction, it's got good acting, it's got good music, good location, good costumes, good sound, good editing, everything is good. And then why should that movie flop? They're very interesting. We have all these things in that movie, and yet the movie flops. And why would a movie flop in box office? Why would that, despite all these things? Don't you think that the movie flops because of one simple thing? But you can have the brilliance in every one of these things, but the one thing that the movie must have is what we call the story. If the story is not there or the story is weak, everybody will go and then say, we should have not come to this movie because the story is not engaging and interesting. Now the question is, if that is the case of a movie, then the same thing with life as well. You must now see, what is my story in this entire thing? My story is it eating, meeting, mating, breeding, brooding, and dying? Then mosquitoes, cats, and dogs are also doing the same thing. Then why do we need the avatar? Because Baba said, more important than a guru is a guri. More important than a teacher is the goal. So once we have a goal, a vision, then you will find your story becomes really different. The story becomes uniquely different. When the story becomes different and you live your story, every day becomes an inspiration. And with that inspirational life, Bhagwan's role and relevance in our life will become so exciting, so enchanting. You're so connected to Swami every day. Because this is the circle of life. You see, the child is having this tricycle, and you look at the elderly man is also having. So eventually, this is the cycle of life. Everybody will one day go, and there will come a time. And this contemplation of death is Swami said in Jnana Vahini, those who are not contemplating upon death, or those who are not understanding what death is, or those who are not thinking about it, can never become a jnani. So the point of the story is, hey, why am I in this life? Oh, I've only given 10, 15 years to live. So what should I achieve now? What should I be moving forward towards? So this is what inward change means. Inward change means adjusting perspectives, adjusting our goals, adjusting priorities in our life. The same priority cannot be the priority now. Tomorrow's priority cannot be the same. Therefore, there is maturity, which is why papaya fruit, when it is green in color, you twist and turn, and have great difficulty to pluck it. It will not even come. But when the papaya is orange in color, the papaya just falls down by itself, because the ripened papaya knows how to detach itself in the same way. That is why the Swamijis and the great sages wear orange in color, to demonstrate the ripeness of the soul. When the soul is ripe, it detaches itself. So the Sathya Sai Center, its primary objective is to provide information, stimulate awareness, increase consciousness, so that the green becomes orange, and then it just drops off. And that peeling away and that drop off is the most incredible experience that we all must now go and experience. So this, because before this happens, we need to make sure that we realize. And this is one excellent message for everybody. Birth is given by others. Name is given by others. Income is given by others. Respect is given by others. First and last bath will also be by others, given by others. After death, your property and belongings will be taken by others. Funeral service will be done by others. Then the question is, then why this importance to I and my? Aha. So on the 40th anniversary, this is a very powerful contemplation exercise. When I came to the Sai Center, look at the degree of my I and my. Now, as the center ages, my soul is also aging with this body. Is the soul saying now, oh, my grip on this I and my has become lesser. How do you know it has become lesser? Oh, simple. Oh, I have I'm always generally very happy. I'm a general happy person. I sleep very well. I got no problems with sleep. I regularly exercise to take care of my body, and then, when I interact with people, I am very happy. I don't take things, when someone says something, I don't, let it go into my mind. So I have a sense of equilibrium. I have a sense, my mind is always thinking about Bhagavan, how can I help you more? Oh, Swami, how can I help you in the mission? So what happens now? The thinking process has to change. This inward change is about thinking process. So the whole inward change now, we must now relook back and see, Yes, because after 10 years, it will be the 50th anniversary. After 20 years, it will be the 60th anniversary. The body, the Sai center body is changing, is evolving, but is our soul also changing along in the same way? So this is what this contemplation exercise, because anniversary is only a milestone. Anniversary only indicates, hey, you have been in this institution for this length of time, what changes have taken place, how transformation has happened. So this is why this message is a very critical message. And this is another very powerful thing. This guy is crawling and he says, water 9 kilometers. And the other side, the water, he doesn't realize that it's also water, but it's only 50 meters the other side. That's H2O. But he doesn't understand what H2O means. So he follows what he understands and he goes according to this. But it's a long 9 kilometers and not sure whether he will reach there. So the point is, knowledge is power. The more you learn, the better you'll be able to make decisions about direction. So in other words, the scriptures must be read and must be understood and must be interpreted and must be lived and must be experienced and must be fully realized. So this is the process in which why the scriptures and everything else has to be read and read rightly and interpret perfectly in order for us to get to the destination rightly. Many of us, sometimes we find that when we read and we say, oh, Baba's teachings, it is too idealistic in a practical world. How are we to make this real? So we just crop up some of those things and just take some points, 1 or 2 points, and adapt it to our situations and circumstances, and then assume that this is a spiritual life, and we continue that. So this assumption now must become more and more precise, in which case we interpret everything rightly, we interpret everything perfectly, and we have study circles and deeper contemplation. What is Swami saying? What is Swami saying? Otherwise, it will be like the monk who went down to the cave, apparently, and kept on looking at all the scrolls, and suddenly he pulled his hair out and jumped out and thundered out to all the sages, oh my God, we have been living it wrongly. We have been living it wrongly. The word is celebrate, not celibate. So they live thinking the word is celibate, and they want to live like that. But actually the word is celebrate. So like that, sometimes misinterpretation takes place or misrepresentation takes place, and we sometimes lead a life based upon like this, the water or the H2O. But if we start understanding, Bhagavan, I need you to tell me, what is this? What is this? What are you saying to me? Why is this message is there? Which is why every day we have to read the scripture books. So Swami's books, every morning you take that book and read few lines and contemplate upon those lines, and then let it chew into ourselves so that the words start to soak in, and you have to contemplate while you're going the bus and going to office. These words must be there continuously. It must ring in a bell, and then suddenly certain things will click, and certain opening will take place, certain blossoming will take place, and sudden realization will take place. That's aha. That aha experience is the most beautiful experience. Oh, now I got it. Now I got it. So when you come back to the center and then you discuss this with your other devotees as well, maybe this line is meant to be like this, or this representation is supposed to be telling us this. So when you start to really dissect these things, you'll have an ecstasy, you'll have a real ball of life, because then you find that the scriptures are meant to increase our spiritual muscles. And in this process, you'll find when you look at things, perspective changes, paradigm shifts, and you find that living the life will be a most glorious way of living. So every moment in life must be sacred. That means time is short. We must make it as sacred as possible. Every time, everywhere, we must be able to just continue to take the opportunity. Bhagavan, what is it you want? Baba, what is it you want? So therefore, the thing that I discovered here was, and I'll show you the next slide, if you find it. Okay, I used to believe that prayer changes things, but now I know that prayer changes us and we change things. So my dear friends, Sathya Sai Baba devotees here, I come to this world to make a difference in the way we live, and make a difference in the way others live. Make a difference, MAD, make a difference, MAD. That means spiritual people must be mad people. Mad means make a difference. Make a difference in your own life. Make a difference in other people's life, because that's what it is. So now the question is, how do we make that difference? So happiness. What we want in life? Happiness. We want to be happy. Baba said, you can be happy. But his definition of happiness is only obtained when you have union with God. Okay, Swami, happiness is only union with God. Baba is so idealistic, Swami. It is so high. Where is God? We don't even know where he is. And then now you give a definition. Happiness is union with God. How, Bhagavan? I don't understand. How can I make this simple? Oh, very simple. Baba said, CIA, constant integrated awareness. Constantly feel God is everywhere. Constantly feel that everything that we do, God is there. When you cook and when you wash the clothes and when you clean the house and when you go to office, every moment of our life, God is with us. God is with us. So this is constant integrated awareness. This is, Baba, yes, that is true, Swami. Today, 40th anniversary, when I listen to all these things, I feel inspired. Oh, but this problem here is that after 2-3 days, this inspiration will slowly leave, and then the yoga maya in the form of the world will continuously tempt us and throw us challenges. So this moment will become just a mere dream. After 2-3 weeks, we even just faintly remember this event. Why, Bhagavan, this is happening? Because Swami said the constant integrated awareness is lessening. Yeah, I know that is the problem. Why does it happen, Baba? Why can't we keep this inspiration continuously? Swami said there's one way of doing that, and one way of doing that is that steadfast faith. You must have steadfast faith. The faith now is in the morning is now, afternoon is different, one summer is different, winter is, so we must continuously have steadfast faith. Yes, Swami, this is true. I read it all in the books that we must have faith, we must have steadfast faith, we must have steadfast faith. But Bhagavan, in the office, so many complications are there, obligations are there. I'm facing real life situations, and then you are sitting there and telling me steadfast faith, steadfast. How does it happen? Swami said, if you want steadfast faith comes from 2 words. These 2 words, one is yearning. Or now I get it. So now, what is your yearning? So Baba, when I asked you what is yearning, what do you mean? Do you have the yearning like the river that is constantly seeking the ocean? Do you have that? Oh, that means to say you go and work, no problem. You go and live your life, no problem. You can have a family, no issue. But do you have the yearning that at the end that you must come to me? That means you see me in everything. Do you have that yearning? Swami, I do. Really? You have? Then you know what Ramakrishna Paramahansa, somebody went to him and said, do you think of God? Yes, I think of God. And he pushed that head down on the water. And then finally, after 1 minute, 15 seconds, he came up gasping. Then he asked him, what do you think of? I was thinking of my family. I was thinking of my house. I was thinking of everything. But towards the very end, I only thought of air. I wanted air to breathe. So he asked him, do you think of God like you think of that air? Is that intensity strong? That is yearning continuously. Even as youth, young adults who are here now and people are here, you must have this yearning. Oh Lord, what is this world? It is just all mundane things. I want the best things in my life. I want the most blissful. I want the quintillon. So when you have that yearning, one more thing Baba said, when you have that yearning, please remember there's one more word, consistency. So steadfast faith consists of 2 things, yearning, and there must be consistency in that yearning. When you have these 2 together, there will be continuous steadfast faith. When the faith is there, you'll be continuously aware of God everywhere in whatever that you do. Then you will be continuously happy. Then this is the secret of how to remain happy in life, to have this. Baba, okay, I understand that. Okay, I like what you're saying. You're saying to me that I must have yearning, I must have consistency, and both must have steadfast. Okay, that's great. I get the picture. But Swami, the problem with the Maya world is that it's nice when you say it so clearly and so brilliantly like this, I feel very inspired. The moment I turn to the world, I find that the world engulfs me. Why is that so? Swami said 2 things you must not forget. What is that? Death and God. So this is what? The secret of life. That is why Jnana Vahini Baba said that those who are thinking and contemplating what death is will become a jnani. So death is the ultimate thing. So that's why when you go to a funeral, it's the most motivating thing. Most motivating thing because they was there and today they are not there. Tomorrow I will not be there. I'll be gone. So time is short. Very, very short. In fact, in one big sadhana camp, which I had, about 1,500 Malaysians were there. When they asked me to speak, I carried a pot with me when I went up to the stage. And the audience was wondering what is the reason he's carrying the pot. And I told everybody that this pot is here outside my body. But one day I will be, they will burn me up or put me in the fire and carry the ashes, and they'll put the ashes into this pot. Do you know I'm portable? I'm very portable. I will go, my 6 feet 3 inch frame will go into this pot. The moment I have that knowledge, oh, that is very powerful knowledge. Everything will disappear. All the books will disappear. My house is full of awards and rewards. There's no award or reward that I have not won in Malaysia for Best Young Scientist Award, this award, all these awards I cannot take with me. My certificates I cannot take with me. The house cannot take with me. Everything will be left behind. Once I realize this truth, then what importance do I need to give? I'm not motivated by post or position or whatever roles people give. It's passion, sincere passion that the river must reach the ocean by the time of the river. That's why in the interview room, I took Swami's hands and put on my head. And I told Swami, he asked me, what are you doing? I said, Baba, I want enlightenment. Give it to me now. I want enlightenment. Swami said, enlightenment is not a business transaction for me to give you and for you to take. You have to earn the enlightenment. So it was so quite funny because he took his hand out. You must earn. Now, Baba, I understand this. Death and God, this is good. So what you're saying now is that I need to be happy. But in order for me to be happy, I must have constant integrated awareness. For that to have steadfast faith, I must have continuous faith. And faith represented by yearning and represented by consistency. Then I will have that. But to continue to have that, always think that death is there. And therefore, one day I will die. So before I die, I must do something about this. But Swami, to think about death like that all the time, it's very morbid, Baba, isn't it? I mean, you feel life is 40th anniversary, we must think of life and happy and all that. So what is the easiest way? Now, after contemplation, what is the easiest way to get to you? How is the easiest way to constantly think about you? How do I continuously have memory of all the mantras and all that and be just connected? I just want to be connected to you, Baba. Swami said, this is the secret. This is now on the 40th anniversary. Let me tell you a shortcut, the shortest cut that you can ever get to him. And this is my limited opinion, but I think this is the truth. Swami said, and I quote that this is focus on the mission. Mission of Sathya Sai. Mission of Sathya Sai. So now, what is your mission? I have a task to foster all mankind and ensure for all of them lives full of bliss. Ooh, Swami. Now you see, if you are working for your boss now, okay, you're working for your supervisor, and then you met the chairman of the company in a lift. Now the chairman of the company, and hi, hello. So how long have you been working? So I just joined. I'm just 7 months, 8 months here. Oh, very good. Sir, I would like to have is it possible for me to have a cup of coffee with you? Sure, you come to my office. And so one day you go to him and have a cup of coffee with the chairman. Yes, what seemed to be your problem? And you say, Chairman, sir, I really respect your presence. The organization has grown, but what can I do to make this organization grow better? How can I contribute better to this whole organization? How can I expand the vision of this organization? What should I do? Wow, the chairman will be looking, my God, you came to have tea with me and you're asking me how I can expand my organization. You're asking me how to organize. Oh, I made a very powerful impression. Oh, then the chairman, I tell you what, you have my handphone number? Yeah, you call me whenever you want to call me and speak to me because I'm interested to know. Because, sir, what I'm trying to say to you is that the world influences are here. In 5-10 years' time, the products that we're having are not relevant. I think we should be moving into this innovative way. Oh, why did you think about that? Because I am interested to keep this organization growing very big and huge. Ooh, the chairman says, you think like this? That means to say your consciousness. Your consciousness now is expanding. Your consciousness is now developing. As a result of this consciousness, now this whole experience, now as a result of it, there's a connectivity to the chairman, connectivity to the whole thing. So don't you think that the chairman will now start looking for you, start acknowledging you, start looking. I don't need to worry how in the position at my work, I'll find that I got, Swami, this is another way of looking at it. Baba said, Krishna Gita said, if you do your work onto me, your entire yoga shema for this life and the next I will look after. What else is there? The chairman of that organization looking after his worker, God will look after those who look after the mission. So if your task is to spread bliss, I also want to spread bliss, Baba. I also want to give happiness to everybody. Let me be your task force. I want to help people. So by one thing that I need to do is if I want to give happiness to everybody, I should be happy myself. So every morning, if I get up and be happy and joyful, this is the greatest contribution you can make right now. Once this contribution is made, then you'll find that people will become extremely happy and people will become extremely thoughtful, and you'll find that you are now part and parcel of this whole life. All life. So every moment of our life, we find that we are connected to God, we are seeking God, we are looking for God, and this awareness, because you're now part of the task force. Second part, I have a vow to lead all who stray away from the right path to goodness. That means to say that, Baba, let me participate in programs, some educational programs, in transformational programs. Let me now be part. I just don't want to be a passive devotee. I want to be now an active devotee. I want to go to the chairman and ask, how can Dallas Sai Center make an impact in the surrounding area? How can I get involved in programs that possibly cause transformation in humanity? More and more. Not that it is not being there, but now from now on, more and more. And I want to be part of it because Baba said, I have a vow. So if you have a vow to lead all those, then let me help you. Let me help you in this mission to also transform other people by, in the first instance, transforming myself. And finally, Baba said, I'm attached to work that I love, to remove the sufferings of the poor and grant them what they lack. So therefore, in my life, if I also do this in my life, participate in much as I can, and just help other people, serve them and make them part and parcel of life and give them a quality of life. Wow, I'm attached to my work and now I am part of that work. So Bhagavan, I'm now getting closer to you. So now I won't be like the other monkeys who put the flower, Om Ramaya Namaha, Om Ramaya Namaha, Om Rama, 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 you're great Rama, you're brilliant Rama, you are marvelous Rama, you are beautiful, until one came to him, Rama, see Rama, what is it you want? I just want you to go and give a ring to Sita and see. Don't worry, sir, I'm going. And then he jumps the ocean, where he jumps the ocean and faces all the ordeals and comes forward. Why? Because he's anchored to Sri Rama's mission. When you anchor to the mission, you tear the body. Hanuman tears his chest, and there Rama is residing there. What does it imply? It implies the subject and the object becomes one and the same. The highest principle of Advaita is that experience, isn't it? To connect to the whole point of worship. And Hanuman, that is why of all the statues, Hanuman is the highest placed in the Hillview Stadium, to demonstrate to devotees, have this devotion of Hanuman, have this missionary zeal for Hanuman. Work for the teacher, work for the teacher. The teacher can ultimately be the ultimate source of redemption of life, because this is why Lord Krishna was born in the jail. Because when Krishna was born in the jail door opened and Krishna came out. And therefore, we are born in a jail, but we are still stuck in the jail, which is why Krishna is called Paramatma, and we are termed as Jivatma. So this clear message is that if you have a clue to what the mission is, we can open the jail door, and the jail door will be open, and we will therefore experience liberation, happiness, joy, and everything else in our life, which is what a Sai Center is supposed to confer us, which is what having a teacher means ultimately, which implies the real significance of a spiritual life, where we have come in this world to live the fourth dimension. Most people live in the physical, mental, intellectual dimension, but to live and experience the fourth dimension, which is the Atmic dimension, is the very purpose only endowed to man, which we began right from the start. Animals do not have that privilege, but we do have that privilege. And the whole purpose of the Sathya Sai organization and the Sai Center is to confer this opportunity to redeem our life and to ensure that we experience the ultimate quintillon experience of bliss. Sai Ram, and thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. I wish all devotees a very, very happy anniversary today. May the center grow in abundance. May the numbers increase. The Sai 100 program now is in operation. I'm sure Dala Center is very much actively involved in the Sai 100. By Swami's 100th birthday, may we do many, many programs. You can cut the cake and have the children to dance and all, but more importantly, I think Swami said, happy birthday, happy birthday. Swami said, don't make me happy. I'm always happy. Make me proud. So 2 years, we do things to make him proud and to make things happy and really do things that is worthwhile. Thank you. Sai Ram.
Thank you, Brother Suresh Govind. That was something. Is it the only applause we can give? Can we give us the exercise applause, please? There you go. That's how resounding it was. And we are charged. I think even if anybody thought like, it's late afternoon, I want to sleep, I don't think we can sleep after listening to that. And so you're very beautifully tied about how we should write our story. That was very inspirational. The story should align with Swami's task. Wow. And what is the one more thing you said? Work. Thank you. Task, wow, and work. Our story should align with that. Are we all ready to do that? Can we say yes? Yes. So I think we have our path set forward very clearly by Dr. Suresh Govind, how we should march towards Sai 100, how we should celebrate the 100th birthday. I think that is very clear. Our task, I think we have a lot of work to do, and we definitely are dependent on the YAs and the SSE and the future YAs to come and lead us into this. Thank you so much for your inspiration today, and especially this being early morning for you, Brahma Muhurtam. May your words come true, and thanks a lot for that. And we really appreciate you making time here, and hope when you meet us in Sai 100, we'll be a better versions of ourselves. Dallas Sai Center will be in your radar still. Thank you so much.
We'll now have Bhajans as well, but I just wanted to give you a heads up as to what the program is for the rest of the evening. Bhajans, and they will be led by the long-time members of the center, and we're looking forward to that. In addition to that, the Bhajans will be slightly different with the thought of the day in Aarti. It'll be mimicking the 80s format, where the Aarti will be done in person, and then the thought of the day would be that's slightly different from our regular sessions. And I now call upon our Vice President of our center, Dallas Sai Center, Sunil Bhai, to do a word of thanks. 80s bhajan. Oh yeah, and then the bhajans are also 80s bhajans. So if you recall them.
Sairam. It was a wonderful talk by Dr. Suresh Govind. Couple of takeoffs that I took. As everybody, when we fly, the air hostess says, put the oxygen mask on your face. Even if your small kid is sitting right beside you, you go ahead and put the mask on your face and then help somebody. So as he mentioned that first you have to be happy in turn to make anybody else happy. And then he gave the example of Hanuman, that whenever a task is given, and your boss or your Bhagwan, whoever you have the faith in, do it with utmost determination and dedication. That's what that couple of takes I took. I hope everybody had just different takes in this. We are grateful to our service partner. I believe they had to, because of schedule, they had to leave. But Ms. Katherine Krause of B&M Meals on Wheels, and then Mr. Ed Drain, the police chief. We thank for their time on a weekend that they just kind of allocated the time to come and be a part of our celebration. As we all know, this program has been graced by our beloved Baba. But in addition, there have been a lot of volunteers tirelessly working countless hours with utmost devotion to make this celebration a success. Our heartfelt gratitude to our altar team for today and for every weekend and for every special occasions. They're just gonna go ahead and create a wonderful altar team. The sisters and brothers that is instrumental in setting up and rearranging the sanctuary that you're sitting right now, today and almost every Sunday. The SSE coordinators and all the teachers that give their volunteer time every Sunday, and even behind the curtain, before coming to the center, they just go and prepare the lesson plan. So many man hours they put behind the task that they have taken up. The energetic young adults that has been helping in all the wings, starting from Seva, audio, video, even in the kitchen. One of the project that we just recently did was to put up the banner, and on a weekend, it was a windy day, but they came up, a few of the young adults came and helped us put up the banner. Again, the members of the audio video team, the service coordinators and their team of volunteers, the devotional wing with its ever creative leaders and the team members, that they just go ahead and put such a good program every Sunday, including today. The food committee, under the able hands and loving leadership of our service coordinator, Ms. Viji Shiva, and with the event leads, Sneha and Soba, all the sisters feeding us the delicious bhojanam all the time. The technical experts of the creator of our current website, Chandrasekhar and his helper, Shravanti. The internal and external security volunteers who have been dedicated their time to keep us a little bit safe after a couple of unfortunate incidents happened at our center. Also would like to extend a hats off to one of the silent volunteers who has been instrumental in keeping our books in line by keeping a tab on all our monetary aspects of the Sai Center for about last 15 plus years. He also has dedicated the continuous service to open and lock up the Sai Center for at least 20 plus years. A couple of times I have witnessed that he works in Irving on being a second to a controller in a very big corporation. At the quarter's end, when they're closing the books, he will be working on the weekends. He will come from Irving to open the center, go back and work, come back again to lock up the center and go back to work and come home at 11 or 12 o'clock. And everybody, I think most of you know whom I am talking about. Yes. Mr. Jaibai Desai, yes. Ms. Roshni Shrestha, Ms. Muna Upadhyay, and Jaisiben Solanki, they have put quite a bit of effort to put together our timeline history of our center for the last 40 years. Please visit, whenever you get a chance after this, please visit the memory lane by entering the pre-K room and then exiting from the nursery. Last but not least, our center would not have been a reality without the determination and the dedication of our pioneers. Please, one more time, help me put your hands together for our pioneers in the first city. And again, I cannot leave all of you behind. We also thank all of you, the members. Without your continuous support and attendance, there will be no center. So we pray to Baba for his guidance and grace to provide a safe haven like this center of ours for the future generations. Sai Ram. We kindly request all the Sai members who started in 1983, the center in 1983, please, if you can, stand up at wherever you are. We would like to.
गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वर गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
शरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं
शरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं
गणेश शरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं
शरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं
नित्यस्मरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं
नित्यस्मरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं
नित्यस्मरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं
नित्यस्मरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं
सद्गुरुचरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं
सद्गुरुचरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं
सद्गुरुचरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं
सद्गुरुचरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं
भवभय
सायिनं गजाननम्
भवभयहरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं
भवभयहरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननम्
गणेशशरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननम्
हे निराकारी अल्लाह हे अवतारी प्रभु राम 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 जन्म जन्म मेरे साथ रहो तुम सत्य साई भगवान जन्म जन्म मेरे साथ रहो तुम सत्य साई भगवान जन्म जन्म मेरे साथ रहो तुम सत्य साई भगवान जन्म जन्म मेरे साथ रहो तुम सत्य साई भगवान हे निराकारी अल्लाह हे अवतारी प्रभु राम निराकारी अल्लाह हे अवतारी प्रभु राम नानक येसु बुद्ध महावीर नानक येसु बुद्ध महावीर नानक येसु बुद्ध महावीर नानक येसु बुद्ध महावीर सब में है साई राम सब में है साई राम जन्म जन्म मेरे साथ रहो तुम सत्य साई भगवान जन्म जन्म मेरे साथ रहो तुम सत्य साई भगवान हे निराकारी अल्लाह हे अवतारी प्रभु राम निराकारी अल्लाह हे अवतारी प्रभु राम तुम ही हमारे माता पिता साईं 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 तुम ही हमारे राम साई राम तुम ही हमारे राम जन्म जन्म मेरे साथ रहो तुम सत्य साई भगवान जन्म जन्म मेरे साथ रहो तुम सत्य साई भगवान हे निराकारी अल्लाह हे अवतारी प्रभु राम जन्म जन्म मेरे साथ रहो तुम सत्य साई भगवान
जन्म जन्म मेरे साथ रहो तुम सत्य साई भगवान।
हे निराकारी अल्लाह हे अवतारी प्रभु राम नानक येसु बुद्ध महावीर सब में है साई राम जन्म जन्म मेरे साथ रहो तुम सत्य साई भगवान निराकारी अल्लाह हे अवतारी प्रभु राम
निराकारी अल्लाह हे अवतारी प्रभु राम।
हे तुम ही हमारे माता पिता साईं
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 तुम ही हमारे राम
तुम ही हमारे राम।
जन्म जन्म मेरे साथ रहो तुम सत्य साई भगवान हे निराकारी अल्लाह हे अवतारी प्रभु राम
Why fear when I am here? 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 So says Baba,
कैलासवासा महादेवा
Lord God within my heart, Lord God within, 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 Lord in the form of man I bow within to thee. Lord, in the form of man I bow within to thee. Lord, in the form of man I bow within to thee. Lord, in the form of man I bow within to thee. Lord God within my heart, Lord God within. Lord God within my heart, Lord God within. Lord, with the lotus eyes on a sea of change recline. Lord, with the lotus eyes on a sea of change recline. Lord, with the lotus eyes on a sea of change recline. Lord, with the lotus eyes on a sea of change recline. I offer all to thee, Lord God, within my heart. I offer all thee, Lord God, within my heart. I offer all to thee, Lord God, within my heart. I offer all to thee, Lord God, within my heart. Narayana, Hari Narayana. Narayana, Hari Narayana. Narahari Rupa Namo Narayana. Narahari Rupa Namo Narayana. Narayana, Hari Narayana. Narayana, Hari Narayana. Dhirajanayana, Shiradishayana. Dhirajanayana, Shiradishayana. Narada Sannuta
Subramanyam Subramanyam Shanmukanatha Subramanyam 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 Shanmukanatha Subramanyam Subramanyam Shanmukanatha Subramanyam 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 Shanmukanatha Subramanyam Subramanyam Sainatha Subramanyam 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 Sainatha Subramanyam 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 Sainatha Subramanyam Shiva 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 Subramanyam Hara 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 Subramanyam Shiva 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 Subramanyam Hara 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 Subramanyam Shiva 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 Subramanyam Hara 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 Subramanyam Shiva 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 Subramanyam Hara 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 Subramanyam Shiva Shiva Hara Hara Subramanyam Hara Hara Shiva Shiva Subramanyam Shiva Shiva Hara Hara Subramanyam Hara Hara Shiva Shiva Subramanyam Shiva Shiva Hara Hara Subramanyam Hara Hara Shiva Shiva Subramanyam Shiva Shiva Hara Hara Subramanyam Hara Hara Shiva Shiva Subramanyam Shiva Saravana Bhava Subramanyam Guru Saravana Bhava 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 Subramanyam Shiva Shiva Hara Hara Subramanyam Hara Hara Shiva Shiva Subramanyam Shiva Shiva Hara Hara Subramanyam Hara Hara Shiva Shiva Subramanyam Shiva Shiva Hara Hara Subramanyam Hara Hara Shiva Shiva Subramanyam Shiva Shiva Hara Hara Subramanyam Hara Hara Shiva Shiva Subramanyam 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 Shanmukanatha Subramanyam 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 Sainatha Subramanyam Shiva 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 Subramanyam Hara 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 Subramanyam Shiva 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 Subramanyam Hara 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 Subramanyam Shiva Shiva Hara Hara Subramanyam Hara Hara Shiva Shiva Subramanyam Shiva Saravana Bhava Subramanyam Guru Saravana Bhava Subramanyam Shiva Shiva Hara Hara Subramanyam Hara Hara Shiva Shiva Subramanyam Shiva Shiva Hara Hara Subramanyam Hara Hara Shiva Shiva Subramanyam 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 Shanmukanatha Subramanyam 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 Sainatha Subramanyam.
Remember, both the mind and the heart have to be kept straight on the path of Sarva Manava Sukha, the welfare of mankind. Dharma will shine and illumine only the person who serves all and confers joy on all. Such a person will receive not only the grace of the Lord, but also the unique privilege of merging in Him. Sai Ram.
Maya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी सत्य साई हरे भक्त जना संरक्षक भक्त जना संरक्षक परति महेश्वरा ओम जय जगदीश हरे शशिवदना श्रीकरा सर्वा प्राणपते स्वामी सर्वा प्राणपते आश्रित कल्पलतिका आश्रित कल्पलतिका आपद्बान्धवा ओम जय जगदीश हरे गुरुदैवमो मरियल्तयु नीवे स्वामी मरि अन्तयु नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथ नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथ नागेन्द्राशयना ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओंकार रूप ओजस्वी ओ साई महादेवा सत्य साई महादेवा मंगल आरती अंदुको मंगल आरती अंदुको मंदर गिरिधारी ओम जय जगदीश हरे बोलो नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा साई नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा साई नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु शांति 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 परमं पवित्रं बाबा विभूतिं परमं विचित्रं लीला विभूतिं परमार्थ इष्टार्थ मोक्ष प्रदानो बाबा विभूतिम् इदमाश्रयामि परमं पवित्रं बाबा विभूतिं परमं विचित्रं लीला विभूतिं परमार्थ इष्टार्थ मोक्ष प्रदानो बाबा विभूतिम् इदमाश्रयामि परमं पवित्रं बाबा विभूतिं परमं विचित्रं लीला विभूतिं परमार्थ इष्टार्थ मोक्षप्रदानं बाबा विभूतिम् इदमाश्रयामि ब्रह्मार्पणं ब्रह्महविर् ब्रह्माग्नौ ब्रह्मणाहुतं ब्रह्मैव तेन गन्तव्यं ब्रह्मकर्मसमाधिना अहं वैश्वानरो भूत्वा प्राणिनां देहमाश्रितः प्राणापानसमायुक्तः पचाम्यन्नं चतुर्विधं हरिर्दाता हरिर्भोक्ता हरिरन्नं प्रजापतिः हरिर्विप्रशरीरस्तु भुङ्क्ते भोजयते हरिः ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः.
Since we just did Brahmarpanam, please don't leave without getting some snacks in the kitchen. Sai Ram.